Welcome back to Spaceless Age. My name is Diablo, and today we are playing Spaceless Age yet again, because we want to finish everything on the same planet. Yes, that is what Spaceless Age does. Now, last we left off, I was trying to get rid of this rather large patch of, well, it's, you know, physically a small patch, but there's a lot of stuff here. 17 million scrap metal. But the problem is, I don't have enough storage here, and even if I were to go on this belt and go to this storage here, which is already quite a lot, we won't be able to place that. So, I thought, what if we just make a makeshift recycler here and just set up our research here with product created from recycled scrap. That is a good idea. That is a good idea. But as you can clearly see, this is going very slowly. So we need to work on that. Yes, we need to work on that. So here's what we're going to do. Whoopsie doopsie. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to destroy what we've made here, because I've been fortunate enough to have been gifted. This is quite full. I've been fortunate enough to have been gifted a setup by Mr. Darkstorm that I will be trying out today. However, it is quite big, we need a lot of room, and therefore we need to build this elsewhere. But I want to get rid of this first. Mr. Joyvan, hello sir, how are you today? How are you today? This shouldn't take... Okay, this one's already empty, so we don't need to worry about that one anymore. As soon as that one's empty, as soon as this one's empty, that should start working out as well. Wait, couldn't we use the steel? No, we're going to use the steel just yet. Okay, that's fine. Can you eat fast? Okay, you're actually eating quite fast already. Wait, oh, that's interesting. So some things are going really slow, whilst other things are going really fast. That's interesting. Okay, good to know. Good to know. We'll leave that running for a little bit, because I want to get to my... Was it here? Box? Yes. No. That is not the box that I wanted. I would like to have... Wait, shouldn't I have a box here with... that's what I'm looking for. Thank you. That is the one that I want. I would like to go back here, because I want to make this faster. Even faster than it's already going. Because obviously you want to get rid of all of this stuff. Actually, this is emptying out, so that's quite nice. But yes, we can do better. We can do better. It shouldn't take too long, I think. Does it say what we get? No, it doesn't say what we get. That's unfortunate. There's so much steel coming out. I should probably take some of this, yeah? Well, it's fine. I don't need it. I don't need it. Why are you doing something when this clearly has... Uh-oh, am I not reading? I'm not reading from this thing. Mein Gott. Okay, sorry about that. No wonder it couldn't do anything, because this was prioritized over that. But that's no longer the case. Now we're getting there. Look at that. Okay, perfect. Now we're emptying things out. I don't... you know what? I'm going to leave these. I was going to say I don't think I need these lanes anymore, because we're probably going to come in from the top with our stuff. Whilst that is emptying out, let me just figure things out here. I will build up here. I actually got lots of dirt. I'm going to make a straight lane here. So we have a nice piece of, you know, water, a nice edge of water to work with. But I don't want to work with that right now. What I want to work with right now is Mr. Darkstorm's build for a rather large... there we go. Recycler machine thingy-mabob. Sure. I'm not entirely sure I will be building it this big. because we don't have green belts anyway, so we don't need to have that much throughput. And I'm questioning as to what goes where here. So I'm going to go outside of the area where we actually have robots active, and I'm just going to go like this, and we're going to have a look at what this actually does. So obviously we've got all of these. We've got these internal 2 lanes. Let's start at the very beginning, actually. As we've got 2 lanes coming in with the potential of recycling more from the outside, which are prioritized, and good to see, nice to see. So we've got these 2 lanes that go into all of these recyclers, and then nice, we sideload that to the to use both sides of this belt. Very nice, and this is the return line. So that recycles that onto this now. But this is set up with a lot of quality stuff, which, yeah, we're not going to have. So we want to set this up with non-quality stuff. Wait, can I... Wait, how do I get quality out? I don't know yet. If I place a real one down, can I actually change it then? Ah, there we go. Brilliant! I see Mr. Darkstorm dabbles in quality. He does, but I do not. So, this was gear wheels, right? Now that's something we want to be using, and he stores that over here. I wonder what these dots are. I've no idea. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay. Alright. So that's the high, okay, and that's the low, that goes through, all the way through, and then that ends in nothing? Oh, that's kind of strange. Then why would we take off, what is this? Is this just any quality? Oh, I can't select quality, of course, because I don't actually have, or rather I'm purposely blocking any quality input with the one dot basic quality, as far as I know. I thought the same thing, but then why, if we look at the next one, fuel, take high quality fuel, push that out, and only take anything that has low quality. So I think this kind of means any quality, does it not? The any quality is a multicolored one. Oh, okay. Okay. Ah, this is not the high quality. This is the any quality. And oh, I see. Okay, if you hear some rumbling on the mic, I apologize. I do have a fan going right now. Which, you know, I'm trying to not get into the mic, but it's not always feasible. That's so much joke. I'm getting so many emails from this new system. I love it. Diablo's OnlyFans confirmed. Yes, that is what we do around here. Now, I'm not going to change up all of these because I don't know if I want all of these, to be honest. So what are we getting out? We're getting out gear wheels. I mean, these should be 12, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So how do I get more? Well, okay. If we start to fill up these boxes and push the rest back in, I see. This I don't get. Also, why 3 boxes here and 2 boxes there? That's inconsistent. I don't like that. There's probably a reason for it, but I don't like it. You might not be able to unset the quality until you have quality. Oh, okay. Well, I was. Just need to right-click it and then it's just gone. So yeah, it's fine. Thank you. There you go. But we know for a fact that pushing in, just pushing in, I should say, scrap gives us, I think, these first 12, right? This seems to be what I remember us getting. With the exception of red, because I think we get blue first. So if we do that, that should be the first 12, if I'm not mistaken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Huh. Right. Well, oh, wait, what was this? Holmium ore. Yeah, that was one. Oh, and low density structures. Let me try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wait, what was the other one then? What was the other one? I can know what the other one was just by looking at this thing, right? No. Wait. Where did I do this? I'm confused now. Did I not set this up somewhere? Anyway, let's have a look in here then. Fine, I'll have a look somewhere else. There you go. This is the recycler. I would like to have... Ah, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes. So, oh, it does do red chips. So I changed it for nothing. Okay, cool. I forgot about that. Red chips and holmium and low density structures. So yes, it looks like he adhered to exactly this order. It looks like, and I just messed it up. Oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, it looks like that was the case. I'm going to change this back just because I can. I mean, I don't want to mess with Mr. Darkstorm's order, of course, because he's spent so clearly so much time making it pretty. And then we've got the extras, right? The extras that we can get if we recycle the first 12 again. That is interesting, though. Yeah, he does... Well, everything gets stored a little bit. Doesn't have copper... Yes, he does. Yes. Everything gets stored a little bit. Now, there's a few things that are bothering me about this. Not in the least that this is staggered. I know why, but still. It's disgusting. We need to work on that. Okay. Okay. I'm going to use this as a template, not as a complete copy, because I think I want to do things differently. Also, I want to maybe do things a little bit smaller. But let's say we start with... See, why do 2 arms per? Is it... Well, if it's at green, that speed, it might be worth it. We'll see. Let's start with... Well, the start of this thing, right? Because I want to make sure that I can always expand more of these behind it. So I don't want to start at this end. I want to start at the crossover. Because what I would do, that's not always the right thing, of course, but still. No, I can't do that. Okay. See, what I was going to say is what I would do is I would push all the gear wheels this way, but we can't push everything else that way because that would be too restrictive, and I don't want to do that. Do things smaller, says Mr. Dog Norway. Who are you and what have you done to Mr. Diablo? Also, hi. Hello, sir. I have eaten him. Green equals 60 items per second. With belt stacking, that grows to 240 items per second. So, yeah, a lot of stuff. This is Mr. Abscotty, and some items in recyclers go really, really fast. I understand, but we're not at this belt, and we will never get to this belt, by the way. But that's neither here nor there. I want to... I mean, I don't mind the way this looks. I'm just... Can we do it better is the question. And... maybe more importantly, do I even want to push stuff back? And am I going to allow these to be, you know, not the same size everywhere? That's just wrong. That is just wrong in every sense of the word. It is interesting, though. It's an interesting design. I will admit that. I like it. I do like it. I just wish we didn't have to stagger this stuff. So I'm trying to figure out if I can get this functionality, but in both directions, right? That would be nice. I love how Diablo's selective hate for green. Green chips is great. Green arms are great. Green belt must die in a fire. Green wire. Why does this ugliness exist? Mr. Abscotty, I do not pretend to know my madness. Mr. Darksworn still a lot of time on this design, so let me stare at it for 30 seconds and make it better. Precisely. Why wouldn't I? So the basic premise of this is okay, I suppose. The question is, do we really need that much throughput? So, what if I were to go and... I'm not even going to copy this. We already had that one. What if I were to go like... Yes, how would I do that? See, there's the rub. I see the problem. Question is, can I fix the problem? I think I can, but it requires a little bit of finagling. And I don't mind a finagle every now and then, but it does need to kind of serve the purpose, of course. See, what I can do is I can make it bigger. There, you happy now? If I go like this, and I would probably go more like 1, 2, actually, like so. Wait, did I do 1, 2, 3? Yes. Now I can make a center line. With my center line, I can split off, because how many are really going to come out, really, out of the input that I can do? I don't think that much. We can go sideways this way, or maybe give ourselves a little bit more breathing room. I see the problem. I understand why he did what he did. I like it. See, now we push through this. But we want to split that off that way, which you can't. Because of the nature of... See, I've always said we need a three-way splitter. So you can have one going this way, one going that way, and the rest can push through. That would be chef's kiss. Did we get that in 2.0? Of course we didn't. Because we got... Never mind, I shall stop. Apologies. Yeah, I see why he did what he did. damn, do we have to go with that design then? I mean, that sounded way more negative than what I wanted it to sound like, but I honestly didn't mean it that way. Speaking from experience, says Mr. Abscotty, if you want any kind of a reasonable throughput of electromagnetic science, Holmium, you need to process a shit ton of scrap. Metric, of course. Oh, really? Really? Is this the only way we can have the holmium then? Can we not mine holmium anywhere? Is that not a thing? Wait, is that not a thing? Oops, wrong. Wait. Let me consult the Book of Armaments. I mean, stuff. Holmium ore. Really? I see now. Well, now I'm even more glad that I took the time to take that scrap and store it somewhere. I honestly just wanted to, mine out everything because of I can mine out everything. And no other reason. But now I'm glad I did. Now I'm also glad that we've got, like, ginormous patches everywhere. Including the 17 million that is right here. Okay, this is going to get awkward fast. So, in that case, let me undo this and have another quick glance at this thing then. Of course, I will be taking out all of these quality setups. That's for damn sure. And I will be filling all of these with 3 steps because the hell. And we will not be using yellow boxes, by the way. That's just wrong. That's just wrong in every way. Very upset. There you go. What does that look like? A little bit better, I suppose. It's still crooked. It's okay. Inverted inside, outside, inside? Check those boxes. They probably have filters on them. I hope not. Oh, you poopity poop poop. Well, I'll be home for Christmas. That's fine. I can fix that. Not a problem. Alright. See, I can fix that. Not a problem. I'm not going to look at that right now. But thank you, sir. Did you set up a cheeky mine construction somewhere? So, you can go around killing a worm. No, because I'm trying to get my chemicals up and running. Oops. My chemicals up and running because I need chemicals to make mines. So I will be doing that, Mr. Childvoodoo. I have not forgotten about it, honestly. But and in order to do that, I need the room here, right? Okay. So, how do we proceed from here? Because frankly, I think I don't want to... Mr. Grungir had the best idea. Mr. Grungir had the best idea. Yeah. Most assuredly. And we're going to do that. I like that, Mr. Grungir. I like that a lot, actually. Yeah. Alright. Let's start over. Sort of. Let's start over, sort of. Here we go. So we get our scrap in. We get our stuff out. But we don't do this. We do that. Let's see if we can make this work, shall we? Oh. Let's see if we can make this work. Do I need storage for this? I kind of do. How do I... Okay, so I want to have room... Yes, this needs to be a buffer, and we need a way out. So this thing is going to be bigger than I... That's fine. That is fine. Okay, so if I need at least that much room, this is going to be here, and this is going to be here. And then we push the rest through. That should be okay. But we get to do the same thing over here, of course, because this is going to have its own separate output. We still have our two splitters, so we have the same basic throughput, except now we've doubled, or can even make bigger, bigger still, whatever. Our let's see, yeah, our storage here. This is okay. This is okay. This is not okay. You go away, stinky boys. And then you go here. Anything that goes in here goes in here. But now I have the option of also putting it onto a belt. I don't know. I'm just going. I'm spitballing here, and going outside with it. Yes. This is maybe not the best idea. Let's go with that one. And then we need to combine that somehow. Yeah, we'll need to combine that somehow. I don't know. Let's... Whoops. We'll figure it out. Stop it. There we go. That's not the best. Not the best looking. I probably won't do it that way. Yeah, we probably won't do it that way. It's disgusting. But the basic idea of it is there. Yes. We skip this. We get that to push through. Oops. Well, whatever. There you go. That to push through, and then we've got a basic output for gear wheels after storage, and we can set it up so that we wire this up and only allow output for whatever reason, if and when we desire output, right? And this can clearly keep a belt full. That is easily peasily. Mr. Nocturus, hello, sir. He says Diablo wears pink flip-flops and a Hawaiian shirt, and Hell's portals are just badly painted garage doors. The hordes of Hell are just grumpy old office workers with coffee stains on their shirts. One of the prime evils is in the worlds of Sanctuary? Yeah, maybe, but not in the world of Twitch. Okay. I miss Diablo. I'm the old school classic one. Oh, Diablo 1. Yes. Yes, sir. It was awesome. It was awesome. Now, obviously, this is a little bit bigger than what that's going to be, so this is going to stretch a little bit further, but I think the utility of it is also greater. Now, we could... Ooh, there's an interesting one. What if we so desire to indeed push things back into this machine? Okay, I see what we can do here. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yes. Okay, so that means we get 12 belts stuff out. See, I don't want to just store it, I want to use it. And potentially we get 12 belts of stuff out. Okay, now, how much room did we leave between these? I believe it was 24. 3, 6, wait, let me just, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18... 21, 24, yeah. So 12 belts would fit nicely between this. Very nicely. But we don't necessarily need to push everything out. Although, Yeah, no, not necessarily everything, because we can store just concrete, right? We don't need to have that on a bus or a belt. Solid fuel, there's something to say for that. Ice, I don't think so, but I'm not going to rule it out. And we do have room for ice on our main bus. Steel, obviously, is an easy one. We can inject that anywhere. Batteries, easy one. Stone, yes. Gear, this one, not so much. So this one, we could just recycle through and make it, turn it into plates, copper plates. This one's fine. This one's fine. This one apparently we need a lot of, so we're not touching that. This one's easy, nice to have. This one we'd only get if we had, or if we'd pushed through the gear wheels or the steel. It's an interesting one. We already have a nice setup for this anyway, so this we may not need. This is nice to have, like I said. Plastics, always nice to get free. Green chips, only you only get if you break down these two, I believe. So, yeah, I don't think we need to have that in our setup. Bricks, I doubt we need bricks, but where would bricks come from? And obviously ore we don't want, so we'll recycle that to death. Steel recycles to steel. Iron plates comes from recycling green chips or gear wheels. Okay. Well, that's not going to happen, though. That's not going to happen, though. So that's a dead one. That's a dead one. That's a dead one. That won't exist. So we've got 4 less already. That's not bad. Okay. So we go 14. Belts is okay. We would be left with 10 on each side. That's okay. Okay. So how do we implement this properly? Because now, obviously, we need all those belts coming out to... We do 7 and 7 on each side, plus the one we already have is 8. So that's not bad. 8 on each side. Yeah, I'm not unhappy with that. I'm not unhappy with that at all, actually. The problem, of course, with that is how do we... Because I can get multiple belts or gear wheels out. I think I can get multiple belts of gear wheels out. The problem is, of course, I don't want to get stuck. You know the other thing? Ugly and Dark Storms build 3 boxes per item on each side of the belt. Well, what do you think I've got this many now? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, it's 20 in total. It's very nice. Very nice. Honestly, I only have this because Mr. Grungrier suggested going outside in, and that was a good suggestion. But I do not wish to get stuck. I cannot get stuck. Because that would block everything else, and we do not wish for that to happen. So much for doing it smaller. Yeah, that was never going to be real, was it? Here's what I think I want to do. Let's forget about this for a little bit, okay? And let's pretend we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 side load here, right? So we get 1, 2, 5 side loading on that side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 siding on that side. Is that going to be a full belt? I don't know, probably not, but I don't care. It doesn't have to be. We do the same thing. I want a little bit more room here because I don't like this touching that. Hold on, I gotta do something about this because we're not doing that. We're giving it at least at least 2 steps of room. I need at least 2 steps of room. I just realized because I did not think about power. I did not think about power, and we do need to have power in here. Otherwise, how are we going to power all these arms? Yes. So this one goes, whoops, this one goes here, this one goes there, that one goes there. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we get 2 relatively full belts going out. Now, how do I want to do this? See, what I want to do is give myself room to work here. I can do that if I move this one over to here. Skip that. That's fine. We can do the same over here. That's fine. Now we've got this room right here. But I do not wish to have... Okay, yes. See, this is already taking a lot of room. And I wish to smush it. I wish to smush it. Player's Pad says, build a small test run and see it working. But if it gets stuck instantly, then I'm stuck with a whole lot of stuff that I don't want to get stuck with. So just a moment, please. I will be there shortly. Can I get stuck with recycling? Bah, believe me, Mr. Abscotty. Yes, he also typed the ha 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 ha, by the way. You will get stuck. Oh, no, I won't. You have no idea what I'm about to do. I mean, I don't mind getting stuck on the input side, right? I mind getting stuck on the output side of recycling. That's what I was talking about, just in case that wasn't clear. If I take 2 off on each side, that's 4 in total. Then we're at 16, which means we've got 8, which is in line with what we've done before, and 8 for 2 is nice. So... and it gives me a little bit more breathing room, although that is going to break this line. See, I told you we needed a 3 wide. Okay. Pound of poop. I want to be here, but I can't be there. What if I turn it around? What if I turn it around? What if I turn it around? That is not a bad idea. Hold on. Hold the phone. Hold my coffee. Hold my beer. I have none of those, so what am I talking about? Nobody knows. What if I turn this around? And what if I make this into a single one? Now... we have both sides covered. We've got plenty of storage. But... I get to do... yeah, but now I don't have 2 belts, though. Does that matter? No, it doesn't. Not really. Not right now. Okay. The actual fuck Diablo coffee? Yeah, sorry about that. Didn't mean to frighten you that way. Okay. If I go like that, nothing gets through to that side, so I'd have to go like that. Do I really want to do that, though? Because it's kind of not nice. Let's see what it looks like before I judge. Who am I talking about? Who am I talking to right now? And this does not center. See, everything about this is wrong. Everything about this is wrong. So, if it's so wrong, we make it right. I don't mind having the 1 down, 1 up. I don't mind that look. If we make this go away, and we have this as a output... thusly, we want... yes, we can't do that there. But we can do it in the middle. Do I want to do it in the middle? I guess we can have a look. It's not the prettiest, and we're going to get a gap. Interesting. Nope. Interesting. So we're going to get that gap. But that does allow for power throughput if we don't do power in the middle, but we do power like this, and we can get gaps like that. I'm not saying it's supposed to go here, just saying it is an option. Okay. That means we get to place this one out here. This is getting bigger and bigger. It's getting ridiculous. Now there are two. And now the end is near. And so I face, yes, the final curtain. We're only going to get gear wheels out of this. Yes? So we can combine that to, to 2 belts going out. Yes. I like that. I like that a lot. Because now I can smoosh one that way, one that way, which is nice. And again, power, whatever. The next one's going to be here. I'm hoping the next one's going to be here. Because then I don't have to do it here, but I can do it in the next hole. That sounded weird, but yes. Hold on, other way. Poopy. Okay, whatever. What if I go like this? No, I would go like this, obviously. Why does that line up? Ah, because I'm in the wrong spot. Okay, so what if I do like that? This would go back as well. Obviously, this is not going to be gear wheels. Never mind that, please. That would have to feed in there. We can't do it that way then because we cannot have it that close. That is fine. We skippity-boo this one here. That is also fine. Swoop, swoop. Yep. Okay, that's fine. We leave some room here. Yeah. We have to leave some room. Unless we also use the top side for that one. Yes, that is possible. The question is, can you sideload onto a splitter? I don't think you can, but I may want to test that out. Hold on. I'm going to place this down. I'm going to not place that one down because I don't really have it. We are going to do that. We are going to say, can I sideload a splitter? No, you cannot. That is very nice. That is very good to know. That means we can have them next to each other and hopefully... Right. That would have been too perfect, wouldn't it? Then again, I don't need this one here necessarily, and we can just go like this. And then just center it upon that. I'm not going to go in the middle here. That's absolutely stupid. I'd go on the outside. What is the most outside? It's the arms, right? Yeah. So this would go here. This would go here. Then we get a nice square. And all we have to do then is make this into a nice triangle. And that would be that. Perfect. Okay, that'll work for me. That'll work for me. Okay, which means the next one can be here because it cannot be side-loaded. Oops, this way. And then, of course, this one, again, can be here. Whatever. Something like that. Oh, poopies. Like so. Yeah. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. Sure. Not a fan. Not really. Not a fan at all. There's asymmetry here, and I don't like it. I don't like it. The output asymmetry is one thing, right? The input asymmetry, I'm upset. I'm upset. I should not be real building. What am I doing? What amateur hour? What is this? Amateur hour? Come on, man. Can't do that to me. There we go. Because now I get to pick it up and move it along. Whoops. Move it along. Yes, that way. I think I want to have... What's the max distance I can go? That's too big. Okay, so I think I want to have at least one step in between. Is that correct? Yes. Yes. So if I want to have this one here, then I want to have that one there and that one there and do a halvesies and halvesies. Because that, I think that looks better. So we go 1, 2... 5, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we go. No, you can't do that. You twerp. I already decided that I can't do that. Oh my god. What am I? A boob? If I filter out my gear wheels here, then there are no gear wheels to push down here. And grumble, 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 grumble. Grumble, 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 grumble. See, the whole idea of what I was trying to get to is this is our output, right? This is our main line that we can use somewhere. And we can set this up that if, I don't know, the last box of each row is full, well, then we're getting stuck. We don't want to get stuck. So we can set this up to enable if there is X amount of gear wheels, you know, if there are more than an X amount of gear wheels in these boxes together, right? And then we can open up the floodgates, push that or push that back here, and get the grind on. And then we can fill out the iron plates. That way, we never get stuck. What? Solution. Circuit control splitters. PD, that's not a thing either. Yabba will read this in 30 minutes and wonder what the fuck I'm talking about. No, it's okay. I understand what you're talking about. Just trying to get over the awkwardness of this. Because even if I were to go with this design, there is no way for me to get this material out. This is just storage, which I'm not entirely getting the point of. I like the design. I like the industrialness of it. It's nice and big. I like the smushedness of it. But what's the point? Is this just to make quality stuff? Is that what it was? Darkson was using logistic bots. Oh, I see. And he takes it out of here. I see. Yeah, I don't want to do that, though. Not on this build. Okay. I'm not unhappy with what we've done here. Yeah. I'm not unhappy with what we've done here. I think I'm going to have to live with the slight unbalancedness, unsymmetry-likeness of these two splitters. By the way, I don't think grumbling involves actual saying the word grumble. Why not? Are you a grumble expert, Mr. Chilled Voodoo? If I want to say grumble when I'm grumbling, I think I should be entitled to. Anyway. Alright, fine. You are a grumble expert. Alright, show me your grumbling degree then. I think I might still keep this gap, actually. I think Yeah, I think I like the look of that better. Decades of training and studies. Fair enough, sir. Fair enough. So we'll keep to the same. Whoa, wrong button. Order of operations, right? Order of things. So that's going to go there. Now, obviously, this needs to be set up that way, and we do the same wire thingamabob that we did there. And anything, if we get full, we can always push it out, and then we just use whatever we can use. Which at the moment, by the way, using excess solid fuel for trains, for instance, is not a bad thing, eh? Higher speeds and such, I think that's a good idea. Okay, so before we continue, by the way, I'm going to change everything to red. Just because I can. You don't get any confusion. There is too much confusion. I can't get no relief. Right, I need a hop and a skip right there. And a push, push, push. Okay. And then this one goes back. Well, we'll figure that one out later. Because we'll figure out how this is going to look later. I'm not going to worry about that. Oops, right now. That's our way back. But I think what I'll do is eventually just combine the one line to push in and give that priority, like Mr. Darkstorm has done here. Give that priority to go in. I think that's the wisest thing. Use solid fuel and yellow liquids to make fuel de roquette. Yes, absolutely. We're absolutely do that as well. But we are so far away from anything that looks like we need rocket fuel. So, although we do have an infinite amount of yellow fluids, so we can definitely use that to also power trains if we desired. So yeah, that's definitely an option right there. Okay. This is going to be a little bit bigger than what Mr. Darkstorm has done, but you have trains, therefore you have a use for rocket fuel. I said that. Says I'm an expert, sorry, in a sense where I can be shown in a news coverage of something with that little title at the bottom, chilled voodoo, and in the next line says grumbling expert, like girl expert or professional whistler. All right, good to know, I suppose. I ain't got nobody. See, I should probably change this to be more generic. Yeah. I should probably make this more generic so I can copy this and paste it here. That would still work. Yeah, we're gonna work on our outputs. Don't worry. We just need to change these things. What is the third one actually? I don't know. Concrete? Okay. I can do concrete. It's over here. Look at that. Brilliant. That one goes there. Yes, except on the other side. It goes there. Yes, perfect. And then that one goes there. And it just looks at these boxes, and if anything is in fact that big, then that needs to do the thing as well. Of course, I should have copied both, because I can just copy and paste both of them and have both sides. Yes, we need to work on the outputs, but we'll figure that out. For now, I just need to make sure that we've got a red wire going to the output, to these two, to that one, and to that one. Yeah. Yeah. Or even former child's, dear God, some of those News title is stupid. Yes, yes, but people will do a lot of things to get on TV, sir. Even stupid things. Go figure. I'm not going to worry about... I'm going to take this away, by the way, because this is annoying. I'm not going to worry right now about... Yeah. I'm not going to worry right now about the outputs and where they are going. I'm only focused on getting these areas set up. Now, if I do that, I'm a big dummy, so I don't do that right now. I'm going to do that right now, because we only need the second one for now, which would be one gap in between. Yes. Brilliant. Okay, now we can do 2. So how many do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Might get a little bit big, but I'm not entirely sure. 10, 12, 11, 12, and then just for added measure, we'll add, you know, that one as well. Cool. Real story, says Mr. Abscotty. Somebody showed up at the BBC studios for a job interview. Cannot remember what the job was. And someone dragged him into a news studio and put him on live TV as some expert in some subject. The poor job seeker had no clue. He had no clue what about the subject. Wow. I would have had some fun with that though. Holy moly, I would have had some fun with that. Okay, so, you know, the output's a little bit bigger. It's not, man, it's not that much bigger. Okay, it's oh, wait, does it even fit on, oh, it fits on one screen. What are you talking about? It's not that big. And of course, it's going to be, okay, maybe this was not the best idea. It's going to be clean, though. And it's symmetrical. Ish. If you zoom out far enough. Teehee. Anyway. I'm going to go through with this because why not? I would do stupid things not to get on TV. Like beating the shit with the camera. Which will probably become the story and get me on TV. Fuck. Yes, Mr. Childvoodoo. That's how that works. 1, 2, 3. We want 4. Ice cubes. Ice cubes, baby. Bam, 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 bam. That was how that went, right? I don't know. That one is supposed to go there. And if we... Well, we're gonna have to do it there or there. It doesn't really matter. There we go. Ice cubes are done. Which one is next? We get steel and then batteries. So we get steel... And then batteries. Battery! Sorry. Copy and paste. There's a tree in the way of my pasting, damn it. What was the next one? Ooh. Dirt. Nope. Stone and wire. Stone and wire. Stone. Very good. Very nice. On the side. So there. And then we do that one. And we go like that. And we copy that. And we go like that. And wire. I wish there was an easier way to do this. But there isn't. Copy and paste. And paste and switch. And copy and paste. Right. What's... I'm just going to use this actually. I think this is the... eventually the quicker way of doing things. Wait! Why did he differ from these two, though? He did all of this in order. Oops. Hold on. Why did he do that? Mr. Darkstorm, what are you doing to me? Gear wheels, solid fuel, concrete, ice, steel, batteries. Yes. Why were these switched? And these are switched as well. No. I can't have that. I can't do that. I'm not going to keep to this. I'm not going to keep to the code. So I understand you'll not be keeping to the code then. What was I saying? I have no idea. Hold on. Which one was next? We got wire, and then what do we get? No, wire should actually be the next one. We should have red chips next, or rather here. So you go there, and you go there, and you are the same. Yes, you go here, and you go here, and then this needs to be red chips. Of course, you could ask why the designers chose to do this order to show. Oh, it's order of percentages. Okay. Okay. Fine. I suppose. Bleh. There we go. This one goes here. There's a one little difference, but I will change that soon enough. That one. Switch it over and click and click. Okay, we have the copper, then we get the blue. There we go. We paste that over there and over there. We switch it up and we paste it. Oopsie doopsie there. Then we got low and then the holmium. Okay, am I here yet? Wait. Low, holmium. 1, 2 extra. Yay! Perfect. That's what I wanted to see. Low density structures. Perfect. Yes, please and thank you. And then holmium. This one. Copy and paste to the bottom. And then we can do... Now, technically, we probably won't get these ones out ever, but I'm going to place them here anyway. Yeah. It is what it is. It is what it is. And then, of course, the one we are going to get is the copper plates. Yep. Yep. Okay, perfect. Now, outputs. Outputs. We get one output per, which is 14 in theory. For a moment, I wanted to put my Metallica lyrics into the chat, just to realize I don't remember them. Because in Battery, he sings fast, mumbles, and I never cared enough to put the effort into understanding them. Fair enough. Have you figured out the return belts yet? No, I haven't. That's what I said. I'm doing the internals first. Now we're going to figure out the externals. We are not using this. There we go. Ooh. Oh, whatever. But we might... Ooh, yeah. I'll leave that where it is. That's fine. So. 7 on each side. Which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You are going to be out here. And you are an interesting one. How do I want to do this? Because I don't think we're going to have that much overflow. At least I'm... Yeah, I'm aiming for not that much overflow. So what I think I'll do... Yeah. By putting something that is not going to be on the belt here, we force everything else here, which is fine. And we copy and paste that over there. So those are the exits. This is the second one. Oops. And that's an exit. So this needs to go that way. And we do the same thing over here. So we copy and paste. Because this is generic, right? Yeah. So we copy and paste this. Place it here. And we're golden. You only need one sushi belt. Return line per side. Yes, precisely. Precisely. Which is what I'm trying to build here. But I do need to mush it with the output of this if and when this wants to output something. Therefore, I need to have a splitter to mush these two belts together and have only one sushi belt coming out. Mr. Grumgear. Unless you have a better way of mushing these together. But sushi, Diablo, sushi, tasty fish? Heck no, which is why they're going into the recycler, into the garbage. Man, get with the program here, please. I'm not gonna be able to do. Oh, wait. That's not how this works. And of course, I'm doing all of this because I want to be able to copy and paste it later on to the other side. This is that one, which means you get to be the third one. Again, with the real build. Oh, I can just, this is fine. There you go. You can just turn that around. There you go. Again, Mr. Grungier, if you have a better idea to sushi this into the single belts that it is right now, then I'm all ears, my friend. I am all ears. There we go. I forgot about that one, by the way. You are the fourth one, which means I get to remove you, place you, and do that. Don't you like tasty fish? There's no such thing as tasty fish, with the exception of smoked salmon. Oh, popsicle sticks! You make me not pay attention. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. 5. Delete. Paste. All right. Lots of belts going this way. Second to last. I need to be one higher because otherwise I can't exit the last one, can I? I knew that. I'm just going to continue with what I've been ruining so far, and we should be okay eventually. Yeah, I need at least 2 spaces, of course. At least 2 spaces. I've messed everything up. Okay. So, this is 1. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There you go. That's how high we need to actually be. Yeah. Am I saying that correctly? Yes, I think I said that correctly. And otherwise, I'm going to change it again. Move return out 1 and flip side. Move. Return out 1. And flip side in empty space. Each return. I am unsure as to what you mean. I think he means flip the repair pack splitter so the return belt is 1 higher. Does that change anything though? except for this being higher. I suppose I see what you mean. So, let me see if I got this correct, right? I think what you're saying is if we have this one go here, I could be completely mistaken, of course. Then we can have a straight line here as the return line. Oh, no, I'm asking Mr. Gronger. But thanks for helping, Mr. Abascoli, of course. Which then would be... Yeah, it doesn't really matter, because I can still do that then. That really doesn't matter. Is this going... I mean, it's one smaller, yes. It's not bad. Is this what you are talking about, Mr. Grungier? Move, return, out one, yes. Flip side in empty space. Flip side in empty space? I don't get that. I don't get that one, sir. I don't understand what that means. I mean, yes, this is obviously an option. I'm gonna wait until I get an answer. Until I do. I mean, I like this already because it's cleaner than, you know, the wiggly bits we have here. So it's definitely something something we are going to change. Oops. What the hell? Thank you. We might be able to get one smaller then, so I might not want to do this. Why is Diablo wielding double pistols? Is he a gangster now? I'm not... Why am I doing double pistols? When did that happen? Yes. But I shoot them sideways. Because that's always good for accuracy. Of course, we do still need the wire on this, but we can rotate this. Okay. But this needs to move out then. Yeah. So this would be here. This would be down here. And that would be a straight shot up and then go out that way. Which means then we can have one less there, because this can be a straight shot there. Yeah, that's okay. Not sure if that's what you meant, Mr. Grungier, but I like it. It's a lot cleaner. I like it. So, technically, this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's the top lane, right? It is 7, right? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14. Yes, it is 7. Perfect. Removes an underground. I feel like I'm being spoken to with whilst being in the pit in Hannibal Lecter. It removes the underground. The out split left. Sorry. Removes an underground. The out splits left and right. Okay, that one. The left. Undergrounds up to use bus. The right return line is a straight. Mr. Grungier, do me a favor, because I am having trouble understanding you. No, it was more like this voice, I think. It puts the lotion on its skin, or otherwise it gets the hose again. I think that was more Hannibal, Mr. Childudu. Or, sorry, more the bad guy I was thinking about. Not Hannibal itself. You're right. Anyway, Mr. Grumbier, do me a small favor. Do me a small favor. Make a little bit of a build as to what you are trying to tell me. Make a screenshot of that and put it onto the Discord if you don't mind. Because I'm not entirely certain as to what you are trying to tell me. I'm already happy with this. We're already one cleaner than we were. So, you know, we're getting there by working together, and I love it. Oops. I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti. It's such a good movie, though. But it's so dated. That's the problem. If you watch it now, maybe because of all the memes, I don't know. Oops, wrong one. Ooga. And then that one goes up and in. Cool. That's more like it. Good. Hello to the streamer. Hello to the viewer, Mr. Kearney. Hello, sir. How are you today? I'm gonna copy that and then just go swoosh and then go because it's easier. It's basically a lot easier. That one goes there. Remove that. Remove all of that. Remove that. Plonk that down. Go like that. Oops. No pressure, Mr. Grunge. If you do not wish to do so, if you have no desire to explain yourself further, I fully understand. And please let it... ignore my ignorance then. That one fits perfectly. And then we should get one final one, I believe, on this side. Which should be here. Yeah. This is not bad, eh? Not bad at all. What is this line? Hold on. This line is supposed to be a return line, which technically we do not need, so I can just do that. Yeah. Which technically means I can make everything poop. Is that true, though? Yes. Damn it, yes it is. Okay, well, luckily we don't real build in this universe, so... And then we can make everything smaller. Everything smaller and smaller and smaller. Keeps coming back smaller and smaller and smaller. Squash me. Anyway. We've cleared enough room so that I can do the entire bloody thing all at once. Bloop. So it was there, it now needs to be there, and everything should line up beautifully. Yes, yes. You just deleted the wires? No, I didn't. No! How did I do that? How did I do that? Thank you for noticing, sir. That one needs to go that way, because that's the, oops, back way. That one needs to go there. Oh, but is it set still then? Oh, it is still set, so everything else is fine. No idea how I got the wires removed then. Or whatever. There you go. Still set, eh? Yes, perfect. Just making sure. You go there. And otherwise, we're going to find out real soon if it doesn't work the way we want. That one go. Hey, but this one's still alive. And that one's still alive. I have no idea what I just did. Fine, but tie it from the sport. The sport. What is the sport, sir? What do you do? Do you run behind a ball with your legs? Do you run behind the ball with your hat? Well, that sounds weird. You use your hands with the ball? Do you use your feet with the ball? Do you not use a ball at all? What do you do for sports, sir? Just delete the wires. Yes, you remove the belts and cut and paste without the wire because you didn't want the... Yes. 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 You are so right. Good. Yeah. Sorry. Well, we fixed it. We fixed it. Thank you for that, for that, sir. We fixed it. So everything is fine. So that's one side done. Makes me happy. Because now I get to copy and paste that over to the other side, which I will have to prepare a little bit because, well, we need to delete some stuff. We need to delete some stuff and reset those wires again because I see. But we'll make that work. I have no idea exactly what we need to delete, so I'm just going to delete everything that I think that could be in the way, and we'll just do the thing again. Whoop. Oh, that's already the last. Perfect. And we'll do a little bit of that. We'll do a little bit of that, and then we'll do a lot of bit of. Is this correct? No. Poopies. Okay. I want that one, but I want this one too. I'm going to have to... That's fine. We can't directly translate this, I now realize, which, you know, is fine, I suppose. By the by, actually... Oh, I made a boob. Boo-boo. No, you know what? I'm just going to leave this as is. Yeah, we're going to leave that. Okay, hold on. I'm going to copy now. Swoosh. I'm going to take the entire thing, which is incorrect. I know this. That's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. Don't fret. There you go. Flip it over. And... Right. This is fine. But it should be there. Which, that's not going to get placed, is it? Wait. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So if I were to place that there... That one's going in the right direction, so that's fine. That's going in the right direction, so that's fine. The only thing that will not get placed is that one, which is fine because we don't want it. So if I go like this, everything without the wire, we knew this, is going to be fine. Oh, poop, I placed it in the wrong spot. That is not fine. But I now know that I can safely do this. Like so. I hate everything about this. Discord won't let me log in because I'm human? Well, I don't... I don't know. I guess you're going to have to try later. I hate... everything about the fact that this is now askew. Ooh, you are not going to like me. I mean, you probably already didn't, but that's neither here nor there. I am going to change things up a little bit. Can't do that. Well, I can't. Good thing we just spent 90 minutes designing this monstrosity. I'm going to make it even more monstrosity-ier. Trust me. Okay, so if I split this out here, everything else gets pushed through, yes? Yes. Good. But I don't like the fact that we get that one out here, this one out here, that one out there, that one out there. It's just not going to fly. It is not going to fly. So, what do we do to fix that? Well, there's two things we can do. There's two things we can do. Yes, we spent several hours weekly listening to your rambling and watching you struggle with bullshit because we don't like you. I completely understand. I completely understand, sir. Here's the point. What if I'm going... What? What if, just as a for instance, mind you, what if I place this here? Okay, just we take out this, we take out that, we go up here, and we get fat. I mean, we fill these boxes. Yeah? This wire may not be relevant anymore. We'll figure it out. Then we output this onto a singular belt that goes that way. We keep the entire, you know, we want to go left with if we are stuffed, and we want to go right with everything else that we want to push out. That's fine. However, what if we centralize that a little bit more? What if we centralize that a little bit more? What if we, and I'm just going to start afresh over here. What if we don't do this here? We do this here, right? Except, yeah, we need to be at the right height, etc., etc. Don't worry about it. Okay. Now we got this one going out there. That's fine. Now, what if we don't have 20 storage for everything, but 10 storage for everything? And we don't go this way, but we go this way. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boob. See, there's an ugliness that I had not anticipated, but we can deal with that, I think. We can make this work. We can change this to make it better. I don't know how yet, but we can change this to make it better. And we take this generic setup right here that we have. We flip it. And we place it there. Right, so this is our throughput. Iron wheel go there. What was the next one? I can't remember. Whatever. Don't really care. Don't really care. Wood. Fine. That wasn't one of the things. I know. There we go. So now we get one belt of gear wheels this way, and we got one belt of other things this way. Yeah? Can even make this a little bit wider if we choose to do so, but I wouldn't do that because of those ones. That's fine. This is our return line. This is our throughput. Our return line can keep being there. That's fine. Now we're still a little bit not centered. Centered is not something we can do with this. So either we go 3 wide and we actually have a center to go out of and they look both the same on both ends, but then where do we place this lovely bit of power that we have? Well, okay. What if we then place those on the outside and we make this one wider? Poop. How do I make this one wider? I'm confused. I'll take the inside for 900, Alex. Like something like that. Oh, poops. What's happening? Oh, right. That doesn't work, does it? Something like that. I don't care. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Now we got a center. So we need to move this to the center. And that's our out, right? So we just exaggerate that out. And we've got a center. We exaggerate that out. Right? Right. And then we got power and power. That works deliciously, actually. Yeah. 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 We still can put the wire in. Except this time, I think what I'll do... Yeah, it doesn't really matter if I take 1, 2, 3, 4, that one and that one. And then, of course, from this side, we'll take that one and that one. And then we still have the same setup, right? If these boxes, which are the last ones, get full or fuller, then we start spewing stuff out onto these output belts. That's fine. That's the same we've always done. Oops. That should not be a thing. Right? No, it should. Wait, what am I doing? Oh, poopies. Right. Output. Of course, that now is a wiggle woggle this way, which kind of hurts my soul. Wait, why does this wiggle woggle get all the way over and this one does not? There is something rotten in the state of Denmark. It is because on this side we go left and we go center up. On this side we go left and center up, but that means we have to move this over to there instead of having this over here, which would have been ideal. Damn it. Is there no way for me to get this centered? I think not. If there's not, I'm going back to what we had. What did Denmark do? Well, apparently have something rotten inside of it. According to the ancient texts. Now we do have nice that, but we have a little bit of that. Then again, that, now that we have some extra room, can maybe be a little bit more streamlined. Yeah. Okay, so what if we do... We might not have enough room for this, by the... Oops. We might not have enough room for this, by the way, but... Yeah, that's only going to side load, so that's not going to work. Plus, oops, plus, I cannot do that because, well, where am I going to put this one then? Alright, because these are, you know, exactly across from each other. So is that the solution? We do not do them exactly across from each other. Well, the whole problem is I wanted to have a symmetrical output. That is not going to work, is it? Okay, I might have just abandoned this idea. I feel like I'm so close, though. It's bloody annoying. I can make it a little bit wider, I suppose. Because how much room do we have? Yeah, we got plenty of room to maneuver outside. So we could, theoretically, of course, purely theoretically, maneuver ourselves a little bit further on the outside. And feed in one from that side and one from that side. I would need to have this extra step, because then I can have this extra step right there. See? Of course, you would be here. I understand. You would be... Hold on. You would be closer in general. Sorry, folks. But if you're not used to this by now from me, I don't know what to say, man. Okay, that's fine, but we can do better. 5 up, 5 down on each side. That's a fair point. The problem with that, Mr. Grungier. Mr. Darkstorm, hello! How are you today? The problem with that, Mr. Grungier, is I've already thought about that, of course. The problem with that is if I go and have my gear wheels go in here, and I need my gear wheels in here so that I can combine them to go up, well, how do I get these gear wheels, if I siphon them off this way, to also go through into that way? So, that I don't know how to get the gear wheels that I completely siphon off here to also be over here. So this is why I wanted to go this way, so I can have, you know, gear wheels being siphoned off from both of the inputs. No, don't say that, Mr. Chilled Voodoo. I thank Mr. Darkstorm for his contribution. I thought I could maybe do it differently, but I liked the idea that it gave me. So thank you, sir. And now I'm just trying to, because I already have something different set up. This is yours, by the way. The rest I took away because there was no way to output on belt. I had a ludicrously late night, so I'm just waking up. I'll have to catch up on the YouTube verse. That's okay. That's okay. Outputs, not inputs. But then I get 14 outputs on both sides. I like where you're going with this, Mr. Grungier, but then I get both gear wheels going up, and I get whatever this is going up. And then I have to combine these. No, that is... I doubt that's a good idea. Again, because we want to have 14 output, we want to have 14 outputs. If I do both of these up and down, we get 14 outputs up and 14 outputs down. Which in turn means, you know, the width of this is going to get even widthier. Yes. But this we can do better. This we can do better. Because I can... See, the problem is I can go wider and wider with this thing. Make it as wide as we can go sideways with this one. That wide. But realistically, it is already filling up the entire screen. Just with the output side, not even with the input attached. 2 outputs into the existing splitter. Yes, you mean thusly. Right? But then we get a sushi belt on this side. Which I do not necessarily want. Of course, I could solve that by having a splitter and just having 2 belts go that way and still have 7. No, I'd still have 14 because I'd have to split out the different sides. Again, because I can't get gear wheels on both sides. Although, what am I saying? Yes, I can, in fact. Hold on. Well, yes, I can, but that's going to be a hard thing to do. Because if I have wood over here and gear wheels over... Oops. Well, whatever. Gear wheels over here, for instance, and use this half to go up, and this half to go up, and then that half to go down, and this half to go down, that's going to make things difficult. And I also don't think... I don't want to go too wide, though. No, just split... just into splitter, divide horizontal, not vertical. You don't as output it just one thing. Okay, I'm just trying to read that again, Mr. Grungear. Just into one splitter. Well, that was harsh. I apologize for the tone. Not for the content, though. Oh, Mr. Childwood says, okay. If you used it as it was, it would be perfect. As you are you and you are trying to improve it, quote unquote. We'll be here till Halloween. Not blaming Mr. Darkstorm, I'm blaming you. Okay, that's fine. That is absolutely fine. Your sets are double anyway. All right, I'm gonna be honest, Mr. Grungear. I just don't understand. I just don't understand. I apologize. I apologize. There has to be a way to make this compactor and still get what I want. See, but I can't do that, though. I can't do that, though. So I think I'm stuck doing this, then. Because that's the compactest way I know of to get a side load this way. And then we'll have to go that way, which is 1, 2, and this is 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So it is symmetrical now, in theory. We even have 2 inside. So all of this now is gear wheels coming out that way, going that way. All of this is whatever the second one was, going that way. I'd have to smash both of them closer together. Do we have 2? Yeah, we can smash them together. Get rid of that one. Wait, why is it centered now? Why wasn't it centered before? I don't understand. Okay, hold on. Hold on. What is it that you're attempting to do? I have no idea anymore, sir. I have no idea anymore. So. Huh. Okay. Yeah. This one can go closer, but I'll do that later on. Yeah, okay. This is about as good as it's going to get. I'm going to take this entire thing and then smoosh it this way. Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't change anything to that. I just now get to smush it again here. There we go. And then it's symmetrical. And we've got our outputs symmetrical as well. Yeah, that's the way. Why didn't I get that before? Yeah, we get these ones and they're not technically... I mean, we can do that in a better fashion, I suppose. We can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then like that and then go like that and it still looks a little bit better than what it was. Right? There you go. And then we sideload this. We prioritize that side. Yeah. And that we can even just set the colors for this. I suppose don't need to, but we could. Yeah, let's do that. That's a little bit cleaner, a little bit nicer looking. Avoid the fishbone. That one. Is that what you meant? Meant? Sure, that's a word. Reinventing the wheel type thing. Kind of, yes. Avoid the fishbone. What is a fishbone? I don't know what that is. Can we make this a straight shot? I think we can. Because if we take this... but then we touch base here. Of course, we can't do that. Is there any way to go around that? One in, one in. That would be nice, wouldn't it? I mean... Is there any way we can avoid that? I don't think there is. No. Your dislike of skew symmetry. Yeah, this one. Yeah. This one would have to move closer. There is no option for us to... No. There is no option for us to place further away or place near, right? That is only the K2... I believe the K2 mod had that in it. Time, he says. Damn, son. Thank you for the reminder, sir. Thank you for the reminder. I'm going to have to think about this long and hard. I really would like to have just straight shots like this and just be there, and there, right? That would be... Oh, wait. Oops. Whatever. It doesn't really matter. I really would like to be like this, but there is no way for me to sideload this correctly. K2 had the near-far option, but I think that was from Bob's Inserters. Really? Which is from Diablo's favorite mod pack. Doubt. Much doubt. I could be persuaded, of course, to just take the middle bit out and just sideload that way. Wait, can I? No, I can't. Well, yes, I can, because I can have this. Right? We can do that. Putting it on the far side and then... Yeah. I mean, not as nice, I suppose. But compromises will have to be made. I suppose. I mean, it is an option. It's always worth... Oops. Checking out options, right? That's not bad. That's not bad. And it's a lot smaller again. That is not bad, actually. And we get our symmetrical outputs this way, which I really, really like. And the center is, well, mirrored symmetry is still symmetry, so I like that. Yes, we have got a little bit less storage, but it's not about the storage at all. The storage is just a buffer that we can use to fill out those quick needs that we may have. I think I want to go for this one, actually. Not entirely sure if this is smaller than the original. Let's have a quick glance, and then I've got to go. But if we look at this and we overlay the first one, yeah, it's definitely smaller. Yeah, it's most definitely smaller. Not bad. Okay, that's what we're doing. Poop, I gotta rebuild this thing. I'm gonna leave this where it is. More scrap, cool. Yeah, that's what we're doing. That is what we're doing. And we've halved, effectively, our setup here. Right? Of course, this was not that. This was solid fuel, I think. And then, of course, we've got to set up the rest. And then we go 1. I'm getting this way. No. 1, 2. Yeah, so we get this is our way out, or I could jump from here to here and use that as an out. So we can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That could be our out. That's not bad. Of course, that will only be the last one, which is fine. Yeah. Sent to the substations? Oh, that's nice. Yes, sir. Hell yes. Thank you for that. Can I reach all the way? No, I cannot. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Now that you have the gap. Yes. Yes, indeed. You are absolutely right. And this is absolutely wrong. It needs to be there. Yes. Good idea. Now, this one is in line with that one, will be in line with that one. So yes, it is still symmetrical. I like this. I like this a lot. Thank you for that. Yes. Oh, this is much better. Much better. That's what we're going to be building next time. Yes. I love it. I love it to pleather. Thank you. All right. Well, that's going to be it for today then. I'm glad we finally found a final version that we could all agree on. Well, me. But that is neither here nor there. There's only one thing left. You can compress the horizontal row. Mr. Grunger, I'll let you draw that out. If you can ever get on Discord, I'll place it in the Factorio chat and let me know what you how you want me to smallify this in the horizontal. Yeah, let me know. But for now, there's only one thing left for me to say, and that is to say thank you to my patrons for sponsoring this channel. It helps, it motivates. Thank you very much. And to anyone else, I'll say thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you did, subscribe to the channel, comment down below if you have any suggestions or ideas. My name is Diablo, and I will see you next time.